New to Logos 6, the Factbook lets you search any biblical topic and get instant access to textual and visual information from across your library. For example, imagine that you want to get all the facts on the Apostle Peter for an in-depth character study on this prominent figure. To begin, I'm going to open the Factbook from the Tools menu. In my new Factbook, I can look up subjects, themes, people, places, or events. And if you're not completely sure what you want to search for, Logos can help guide you in the right direction with smart search options. Notice when I begin typing Peter into the search bar, we get a list of different search options. I can search for Peter, Peter's mother-in-law, Peter's sword, and a bunch of other people, places, events, and themes. Of course, for this example, I want to perform a character study on the Apostle Peter, but just to make sure that I want this first selection, I'm going to hover over this option to get a glimpse of this report in a small information pane, which tells me that this search option is for Peter, the man, the apostle, and the fisherman. This pane also tells me information regarding the character's immediate family and the number of times he's mentioned in the Bible. To search the Factbook for this character, simply click the first option. You'll immediately notice the breadth of information that Logos gives you on the Apostle Peter. At the top of this page, I have a section for media related to Peter, then biblical events that involve this apostle, followed by dictionary articles, textual references, original language information, and results from my library. Now, let's walk through each section in this entry and talk about how we can use this information in a character study on the Apostle Peter. As we mentioned earlier, the top portion of this page is reserved for related media, which depending on your search may include diagrams, images, videos, infographics, and more. The related media is great for illustrating certain facts or thoughts about the character you're studying. In the next section, Logos gives us the biblical events that involve Peter. Clicking the More option at the bottom of the list shows us that Peter's mentioned all over the New Testament. Some of these events include Peter directly, and some involve the 12 disciples, which Peter was a part of. One of the most helpful features about the Events section is that Logos shows you where the same biblical event is recorded in multiple places, like the Mountain of Transfiguration. This event is recorded in Matthew 17, 1-8, Mark 9, 2-8, and Luke 9, 28-36. In each account, we have Peter, James, and John mentioned, and Peter is always at the front of the list. Moving on to the dictionary section, we have articles here on the Apostle Peter from our top Bible dictionaries and encyclopedias. This is a great way to find bite-sized information on a biblical character written by trusted scholars. Clicking on the resource title opens a summary view for each dictionary entry. Clicking on the article title will open the dictionary in a new panel. The Referred To As section lists every time a biblical character is mentioned, regardless of the specific word used. At the top of this list, we can see that Peter's mentioned 214 times by a pronoun and 202 times as the implied subject of a verb. Scanning through the list, we can also see how Peter's mentioned in the Bible. Notice that typically the apostle is called Peter, but he's also referred to as Simon, Simon Peter, and Cephas. If we click on Cephas, we can see a list of Bible references where this name occurs. It appears that this designation for Peter was a favorite of Paul's because 8 out of the 9 occurrences appear in his letters. The lemma section is a powerful language tool that surfaces all the Greek lemmas behind references to this character. Each Greek lemma is coupled with a transliteration and pronunciation icon, as well as an English gloss. I find it interesting that Peter's referred to just as many times as a disciple as he is an apostle. Like the Referred To As section, we can click the arrow just to the left of the Greek lemma and see a list of results. If we click on the Greek lemma itself, Logos automatically runs a Bible word study report, which allows us to dig deeper into a Greek term. The next section of the Factbook displays library results for the search entry Peter. If you've not located just the right information for this character, the library section may have what you want. Finally, take a look at the last section labeled See Also. Here we have the option to search our Factbook for Peter's relatives, his specific role mentioned in the Bible, and even open up a timeline tool to locate events that involve this apostle. The Factbook is the first stop for researching biblical people, places, events, concepts, or things mentioned in the Bible. To upgrade to a base package that includes the Factbook, click Get Logos now.